Meet some stars from the cast of Wednesday. Liverpool, this is a big crowd. We need to get rowdy. Are you ready for this one? Please welcome to the stage, first of all, Georgie Farmer. Hello, Georgie. Please welcome Louis Guzman. Give it up one more time for Louis and Georgie. What a turnout for Wednesday. Gentlemen, how have you been enjoying yourselves here at Comic-Con Liverpool? Have you had a good day so far?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been so cool to meet everyone and hear everyone's excitement about the show. And yeah, to be reunited.
Yeah, giving out hugs, getting hugs. We've gotten a couple of gifts, have we?
Oh yeah. A lot of snakes.
Really cool.
What sort of merchandise are they bringing to your table?
I can't really talk about that.
Confidential?
Like old toenails, you know, a couple of dried
Couple
up
dead
dogs,
rats.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got like a soldier that was like 30 years old.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a struggle getting it home.
Really good stuff though.
Fantastic. Well, I have to admit that I've been stalking both of your Instagrams and social media. And Louis, I'll start with you. You have many a photo with professional wrestlers. Would you consider yourself a wrestling fan?
In my sleep. In my sleep, I can wrestle with the best of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I'm awake, it's more about making bread.
Okay. That's fair.
Yes.
Do you enjoy social media, or do you find it tedious to keep everyone updated with all that you're doing, all that you're promoting? Question for both of you.
I just kind of retweet stuff, because back in my country, the U.S., it's a little weird right now, and so we have to kind of cut back a little bit on us, you know, but I still keep my fans informed, and I like putting things out dealing with wellness and mental health, things like that.
We appreciate that, yes, on your social media. How about you, Georgie?
Yeah, I mean I feel like, you know, we just did the Doom tour for season 2 and like it was so much fun, and to like meet loads of different fans from across the world was amazing. So it was fun, like being very active on there for that period, and then you just disappear afterwards. So yeah, I feel like, you know, obviously getting the word out there about the show and stuff like that, it's cool for, and it's a cool way to connect to fans in that way. But yeah, I'll be off it for a while. So.
Maybe important to take a mental break. Would you agree?
Oh yeah. Because I mean, we filmed for what, like 8 months, almost.
Yeah.
A little more than that. And a mental break was definitely needed. I mean, not for nothing, but you guys don't have the best weather in the world. So I always had to find a sunny beach to go to regenerate and stuff. So if you could guys make some phone calls and see if that could make that happen.
We'll see what we can do here in beautiful.
We've been
Liverpool.
trying for centuries. Yeah. Well, it just doesn't happen.
No. Well, when you're taking this mental break and you're off work, everyone has their comfort show, and for many of us, our comfort show is Wednesday. But even in COVID or just on time off, what is your comfort show or comfort film that you go back to and it just makes you comfortable and zen?
I like watching Young Frankenstein. I could watch that movie every day and laugh. That is such a great movie, and one of the things that I mean, Gene Wilder, you know, such an incredible human being and an artist, but I also just love the fact that they shot it in black and white, and I kind of miss that. You know, there's something about shooting in black and white that just is so different, such more artistry to it. Yeah. So Young Frankenstein, if you guys haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Some homework. I've given them a lot today of older shows, older movies, black and white films, the whole genre that a lot of these these youngsters might not be into yet. Georgie, what's your comfort show when you're off?
I've just recently started watching BoJack Horseman. Does anyone watch that? Yeah. I never knew about that show. It's amazing. Yeah, so I was on a flight from Australia recently and I spent about 12 hours watching BoJack Horseman. Crazy.
Yeah, but it's kind of, yeah, it's light, it's fun.
Yeah, it's nice. Like it's a good. I mean, it's a good thing for all round. It's a good late night watch, and it's good for airplanes.
Speaking of good watches, I have to tell you something that I just watched recently, and I said it to Georgie backstage. Who here watches Hot Ones? Chicken Wing Challenge, hot sauces. You, of course, did very well on Hot Ones with the cast of Wednesday.
Yeah, I was impressed with myself, really.
Did you win? You won.
I won,
Yeah, you won.
but I was really impressed with that. Like, how could that possibly happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I can't tell you guys, I was fearing so much because I've heard so much about that show. It changes your appetite or it burns out your insides. Okay? But that was thrilling to do. And I suffered a lot though.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but I did embarrassingly bad. I had like one small bite, and it was hell. And everyone else took so many and they were fine.
Well, I kept telling Georgie to drink milk when you do that hot spicy stuff. So he kept drinking water.
I went for
okay.
about 5 glasses, and they kept on bringing me more and more water.
So you're gonna be that guy that give him some more gallons of water. Let him really indulge.
But in your defense, in the UK, there's not a whole lot of the hot sauces aren't like just on the table like it is in America or like California.
Exactly. Yeah, it's okay. I took one for the Brits.
Yeah, he did great. Really proud of you.
Round of applause for Georgie on Hot Ones. Trying his best. Well, we'll get to the fan question in just a moment, but we have to talk obviously about Wednesday. But talking about Wednesday means we talk about the Addams Family. So Louis, I'd like to ask you first, what are your earliest memories of the Addams Family? The show, of course, we had the movies, which I loved.
Well, I remember watching it like 400 years ago. It was in black and white. I used to run home from school just to catch it. But what really resonated with me about that show was how different that family was than all the other families, of course, but how comfortable they were with themselves. You know, I was a crazy kid when I was growing up, and so me watching that show gave me comfort in like my own craziness.
Beautifully put, yes. Love that. Georgie, what about you? I'm sure maybe the films is something you saw more, given your age.
Yeah, no, I think, well, one thing that I think is the best thing, the most beautiful thing about the Addams Family is that, I mean, I said this a lot, like, while promoting the show, but I feel like, especially now, we're all taught to, like, hide our differences, you know, and we're all, like, told to fit into this conventional normality that, in reality, doesn't really exist. And the Addams Family are a great example of celebrating those differences, and you know, because that's what makes you who you are, and that's why I think they're so universally loved, is because of they're unapologetically themselves, and yeah, I think they're great.
Definitely, and it's a lot like Comic-Con. It's about inclusivity and being confident in who you are and not hiding your quirks and your nuances. But Louis, I want to ask you too about the role of Gomez and Raul Julia, one of my favorite actors. What was it like to watch him and then kind of put your own spin on a character?
Well, Raul was definitely someone that I admired. I got a chance to meet him, and he was such a beautiful, warm human being. I loved him so much. I'm from Puerto Rico, he's from Puerto Rico, so I got the first Raul Julia Award. I was awarded that. It was such an honor to me. But you know, when I was offered this role, I wasn't trying to outdo anyone that had already done it. I just really wanted to pay homage to it. You know, I want to honor the John Astons, the Raul Julias and stuff. And, you know, for me, Gomez is it's about love, it's about passion, it's about family, and a little bit of being an airhead, but a good airhead. But again, you know, I approach them I know what it is to love and to care about people and to encourage people and to be challenged by your own kids from time to time. And so that's really how I approached it. Again, I wasn't trying to duplicate what had been done before. I was just trying to build on what had been done before.
That's such a beautiful job, for sure. Now, Georgie, your castmates, even in Hot Ones, you could tell how much you get along. What was it like to get to know all of your castmates? And it seems like there's a lot of camaraderie there, a lot of joking.
Yeah, it's great. We filmed the first season of this show. We filmed in Romania, and it was sort of like in the height of COVID. And so for pretty much like 8 months, all we could see was each other, you know, because we were in like a production bubble. And we became so close, it became like summer camp. And so when we came back and did season 2, it was really like going back to school and sort of like seeing your old friends and dusting off the school uniform and yeah, going back to it. It's been amazing. I mean, you know, like we've become like a big sort of family on the show. And yeah, we had such a great time in New York and in the premieres and stuff. So yeah, it's been amazing.
That chemistry really comes through on set in every episode. We have questions from your adoring fans here in Liverpool. We'll go to microphone number 1 right here on the right. Hi there.
Hello, I have a question for Mr. Guzman. What were the connections that led to you starring in episode or 2 of Community?
I got a call from the Russo brothers, and they said, hey man, could we send someone to your home so they can do a mold? And so when they do a mold, that means they're going to do something with that, you know. I did not realize it was going to be a statue of me. And when I did realize it was a statue of me, because they explained it to me later, I was like, oh, this is really cool. You know that every time they show that statue, I got paid. And even if they just show like an elbow, and it was my elbow, I got paid. And I honestly, look, I felt really honored that they asked me to be a stiff, you know, but it was also great finally showing up on the show. That was really cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Love that show. We've got a question all the way up top on the right, microphone number 3. Hey there.
Hi, this question is for Georgie. So on Wednesday, was it like hard to do an American accent, or was it quite easy?
I would say, you know what, there are some phrases that are quite hard. It's random, like sometimes there'll be one line that'll just like throw me off and I literally can't.
Okay, give me an example, Georgie. Give me a line.
Well, no, so when we did the first season, there's a scene where we're in the Nightshades library and I say like, she murdered Weems, but for some reason I kept on saying like, she murdered Reams, and I just couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it. And everyone was laughing, and it was we couldn't get through the take, so it was quite chaotic. But yeah, it differs. Like there are some lines that I sort of really struggle with, and some that it's okay.
Did you study any American accents to learn, you know, to start to practice?
Well, I watched a lot of WWE growing up.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm like a big WWE fan, and so like I remember when I used to be playing like. I used to play with WWE action figures all the time when I was younger. And I used to like build the arenas and do the whole shows. And I used to like do an American commentary voice. So maybe that's where it sort of started, I guess. I don't know.
Have you told this to John Cena, who's in the building yet? Do you want us to go get him?
Yeah, I feel like I made it so publicly known, my love for John Cena. But yeah, no, he's the GOAT. So, you know.
Oh, we've got to get you a selfie later for sure. Great question, thank you. We're going to go to microphone 4 up at the top left. Hey there.
Hi, I have a question for both of you. So in the show, General Ortega doesn't smile or laugh. How difficult is it for her not to do either?
That's a very good question. I tell you, she is, number one, amazing. You know, she just had this laser hyper focus on what she's doing. She doesn't really break character much when she's on set, you know, and cause I'm the jokester. I like, you know, but when I'm with Jenna, I gotta keep the volume down a little bit. But she's fun to work with, don't get me wrong. But she's just so in tune with what she does, and you know, sometimes I'll be standing right next to her, off camera, doing the scene, and I'm just watching her. She's amazing. Before I did the show, I had no clue who she was, you know. And when I showed up and we started doing scenes in Romania in that first season, I was like, wow, I'm working with a very special person here. So she's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like what you say about the laser focus, like, it's insane. Like seeing her sort of do a scene as Wednesday, and I was thinking about this, like, the more I sort of watch the show, is that, like, Wednesday must be such a hard character to play in, like, a lead role for, like, 8 hours of a television show, because someone who doesn't really show a lot of emotion and stuff like that, but she still manages, like, you'll see, like, when she's in scenes with, like, Enid, her eyes are a bit more relaxed because it's like a friend, or when she's with the family, and then when she's, like, out with, like, other people, it's more like, it's a masterclass, really, like, when you watch it. She's amazing. It's incredible, yeah.
Great question, thank you. We've got a question at microphone number 2. Yes, feel free to adjust for height. Thank you.
What's your favourite part of Wednesday?
Well, I actually love, when I was watching season 2, I love in episode 3 when you're in the shower and Stubbs' tongue is coming through. That is incredible. That's such a great scene. I was like in hysterics, yeah. That's my favourite, one of my favourite parts.
Thank you.
Microphone number 1 over here.
Hi, I've got a question for both of you, and you know all the characters have different powers. If you in real life could have any character's power, which one would you have and why?
If I had the power, I would get rid of every single weapon on this planet.
Yeah, I second that. Yeah.
Follow that.
Yeah, and just have humanity live in peace, you know.
Beautiful answer. Thank you for that. We'll go to microphone number 3 up at the top right.
I have a question for Georgie. What was it like playing your character with like snakes and that?
Yeah, it was great. When we do the stuff, I don't know if did you ever see me in the ball cap?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so when you see the snakes, it's all CGI, right? So I wear this ball cap, and they put like dots on it, and it's horrifying. And I remember like the first time I walked on, I was like doing a scene with Tim, and Tim was like in hysterics laughing. He took a picture of me on his phone. Of the head. So it's funny because I like take the beanie off and it's just a bald head, and so it's a lot of imagination. But it's great fun. I've come to love snakes. You know, over the course of this show, they've become my love-hate thing. So yeah.
I gotta tell you, on our show, we have so many characters. We have so many people that go to different kind of special effects makeup. it's amazing to see. You don't know from one day to another. It's like you're walking into the makeup trailer and somebody's walking out and you're like, whoa, buddy, take it easy.
Thank you for that. We'll go to microphone number 4 up at the top left.
Yeah, thank you, Christopher Louis. Your career, your filmography is exceptional, really, Lewis. The amount of directors you've worked with. Has there been any, I mean, you can both answer this, of course, because Georgie's worked with Tim now. Is there any piece of direction that you hold with you, that one of these legends has given you advice that you take into each role?
Well, I would say one great thing about Tim, I don't know if you could say the same, is that like, especially when we came back for season 2, the amount of trust that Tim gives you as actors is amazing. He'll come in and he'll give you, notes to guide you on where he wants you to be if you're not necessarily like getting what he wants. But the amount of sort of free reign that he gives you to sort of know your character and know what they would do. There were so many times where he would be like, well, what do you think, hey Jess? And that's such an amazing thing. So yeah, that was really, working with someone as iconic and as amazing as him, for him to put that much trust in you is so gratifying, and it's so humbling, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just nailed it for me. It's very humbling. It's very humbling, it's beautiful, it's a great feeling, I like the idea that I'm pretty grounded, and working with Tim Burton and being in his universe, like, he is one of the coolest cats I have ever worked with.
He is a rock star too. Like
oh yeah,
he's a rock star. Like
he's a rock star, yeah. So yeah, but I guess for me, what does it is it's just really humbling to me.
That great question. We've got a question right here at microphone number 2. Thank you for your assistance.
When you were chosen for your part, what did you feel like?
I couldn't believe it. I mean, I have a thing where it's like, as an actor, you're auditioning for so many different things. When you actually get it, you're like, oh, I gotta do it. I'm just like, oh, I'm just not doing the scene for the self-tape, I've gotta actually do it. So yeah, I was so excited. And then I actually remember the day after I was cast, I saw the Deadline article about you and Catherine being cast. And I remember sending it to my whole family. Being like, oh my gosh, look who I'm about to work with. Yeah. So, yeah, I was very excited. Very excited.
Big deal. What were your feelings when you got cast?
Oh, so I was doing a film with Tom Hardy, and up in Cardiff. And so I got a call from my team, and they go, hey, Tim Burton wants to talk to you. And I go, wait, Tim Burton? Tim Burton? Wants to talk to me? I said, yeah. I said, okay. So we did a Zoom meeting like a couple of days later, and there's Tim Burton, and he's talking to me. He said, hey, I'm doing this project, and I really would love you to be in it. It's a great part, and we just really would love if you would like to join us, and we'll look forward to it. And I go, yeah, cool, yeah, definitely. Hangs up. I said, what's the part? What's the project? So what happened was I called my people and said, hey, I spoke to Tim, and I said, yeah. I don't know what I said yeah to. So they're doing a show called Wednesday. So it didn't resonate right away. So what's the character? I said, Gomez, okay. Now who was Wednesday? He said, you don't know who Wednesday is? Wednesday, the day after Tuesday? And they go, no. Wednesday Addams. You mean like the Addams family? They go, yeah. And they go, you mean like Gomez? Like Papa Gomez? They go, yeah. And I go, wow. So I was thrilled, because it's our business is really, really interesting. How we go from project to project and what shows up. And sometimes you don't know what's going to show up. But when this showed up, I was like, this is like next level stuff. And you guys gotta understand something. We have probably one of the best crews working with us in every single department. In the art department, the wardrobe department, the camera, sound, you know, the people that compose the music for the show. And, you know, you're stepping on something that's pretty huge, pretty special, and to be a part of it, and to know you were casted in it, is what dreams are made of, people.
Love that. We're just so thrilled that you blindly agreed to be Gomez, because the rest is history. So glad you did.
I'd be shining shoes somewhere
You never
right
know.
now.
Life's fickle. We've got a question at microphone number 1 on the right. Hi.
Hello. So I have a question on behalf of my niece, Phoebe, for both of you. She wants to know what was your favourite scene to film throughout all the seasons?
Favorite scene? My favorite scene was taking a shower. Because there was warm water.
Oh, no way.
And singing. And think, why, you didn't have a good experience?
Well, I had a shower scene.
Was it warm?
It was like lukewarm.
No, see, no. It's in my contract. It has to be like something like
There's levels.
4 degrees.
There's levels to it, you know.
Yes. No, but it was a shower scene, and I got to sing an iconic song, Bésame Mucho, you know? You guys know that song, right?
No.
Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'll be going on tour, so.
Karaoke tonight at the Cavern Club.
What's your favorite scene?
I really liked the gala stuff that we did in episode 7. It's very rare when we get to all come together, and I guess the camp stuff and then the gala stuff was like one of those like rare occasions. And it was funny because we were all being fitted for our gala looks throughout the shooting process, and then we filmed the gala at the end. And they built this amazing green room. Do you remember the green room where it was like everyone had their own
Yeah.
And then they built like this walkway down to the set. It felt like we were doing something huge, you know, it felt like a massive event.
So you know where we shot that scene
Yeah.
was the forest before.
Yeah, it was the sculpturing.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
And they took it all out. They made this incredible ballroom for the gala. And they actually had like a gondola?
Yeah.
Like,
Came in, yeah.
yeah, you know? I'm telling you, we had the best of the best building this stuff. And our outfits, oh my God. Every outfit that we wore, they built.
Handmade, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't buy it at Home Depot, nothing like that. They bought it on to us and they built it all around us. And we had some of the best seamstresses and tailors too.
My jacket that I wore has snakes embroidered into it, all the way down, yeah?
Yeah, mine too. It was all hand done.
I mean, the aesthetics and outfits and sets alone were reasons that I kept coming back to the show. I mean, it's just incredible. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much. How
you too.
nice. We have a question at microphone 3 up at the top right. Hi.
Hi, I have a question for Georgie, but it's about Evermore Chronicles, if you remember that. What was your favourite side quest that you and Ludo had to go on? If you remember.
Yeah, I don't know if I can remember. I liked, this was way before, but I always remember it, which, by the way, we filmed that show here in Liverpool, well, in Warrington, but close by to here. This is where I lived while we were filming. And I remember we were on the Yorkshire moors filming this scene one time, and it was my first time I'd ever been on like a set or anything like that, and my first scene was on these moors, and it was like, there was like a windstorm, it was like crazy rain and stuff like that, and yeah, it was so much fun when we did do the stuff on the moors, like basically like we're like spying on people and we had to like crawl through the grass and stuff. But yeah, that was really memorable because it was like my first day on a set and it was so chaotic. And I was like, is it always like this? And then the director that was doing it was like, yeah, it's always going to be like this. And he was right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your question. Louis, how would you like to shoot on a moor? Cold, rainy? Or would you prefer the beach and the warm water and the sunshine?
I show up every day to that beach. But we had that whole camping thing that